Something weird is happening in Germany. And no, it's not another Oktoberfest gone wrong. Picture this. A quaint Bavarian town, nestled in the rolling hills, suddenly decides to change its name. But not to something normal like Pretzelville or Lederhosenberg. No, they've gone full bonkers and renamed themselves after, wait for it, Taylor Swift. You heard that right, folks. Taylor Swift, the pop star, the one who writes songs about her exes and makes teenage girls cry. The town formerly known as Kirchheim unter Teck is now officially SWIFTKIRCHEN, because nothing says traditional German values like a pop star from Pennsylvania. Now before we dive deeper into this madness, let's take a moment to appreciate what Kirchheim unter Teck used to be. This quaint town with its cobblestone streets and charming architecture holds stories that span centuries. This town has been around since the Middle Ages. Imagine walking these streets back then, with merchants selling their wares, children playing, and the occasional knight riding through. It's seen crusades, plagues, and even survived the invention of lederhosen. The resilience of this town is truly remarkable, having weathered the darkest of times and still standing strong. Kirchheim unter Teck, nestled at the foothills of the Swabian Alps, has a rich history dating back to the 8th century. The breathtaking landscape has always been a backdrop to the town's evolving story. The town is known for its picturesque market square, dominated by a beautiful Renaissance town hall. This square has been the heart of the community, hosting markets, festivals, and gatherings for generations, or at least it was known for that. The square, once a symbol of the town's rich heritage, now finds itself overshadowed by a new kind of fame. Now it's known as the town that lost its marbles over a pop star. The once tranquil streets now echo with the sounds of fans and the buzz of excitement. The town's most famous landmark is the ruins of Teck Castle, perched atop a nearby hill. This castle has stood the test of time, a silent witness to the town's storied past. Legend has it that the castle was built by Charlemagne himself. This tale adds a layer of mystique and grandeur to the already impressive ruins, but I suppose now they'll claim it was built by Taylor Swift's great-great-great-great-grandmother, or something equally ridiculous. The town's history, once revered, now finds itself intertwined with modern pop culture in the most unexpected ways. Now let's get to the meat of this story. The day Taylor Swift supposedly arrived in Kirchheim unter Teck. It was a Tuesday. According to local reports, a bright light was seen descending from the sky. This bright light apparently landed in the town square right next to the statue of some long-forgotten duke. And out of this light stepped, you guessed it, Taylor Swift, or at least someone who looked remarkably like Taylor Swift. The alien Taylor reportedly spoke to the gathered crowd in perfect German. Alien Taylor proclaimed that she had come to bring peace, love, and catchy pop tunes to all of humanity. In the days following the alien visitation, Kirchheim unter Teck descended into what can only be described as Swift-induced madness. The town's bakeries started selling Taylorbrötchen, little bread rolls shaped like guitars. The local brewery introduced a new beer called Swifty's Delight. The beer quickly became a bestseller. Even the town's traditional Oktoberfest celebration got a Swift makeover. Instead of lederhosen and dirndls, people showed up in sparkly outfits and cat ears. The Oompa bands were replaced by cover bands playing Taylor Swift hits. But perhaps the most disturbing development was the creation of the Church of Swiftology, a religion based on Taylor Swift. Section 5. The Great Renaming. Now you might think that renaming an entire town after a pop star would be a complicated process. You'd be right. The logistics alone are mind-boggling. From changing official documents to updating maps and signs, the task is monumental, but the people of this town were determined to make it happen. But this is SWIFTKIRCHEN we're talking about, a town that prides itself on its uniqueness and willingness to embrace the extraordinary. The decision to rename the town was made in what can only be described as the world's most surreal city council meeting. It was a blend of bureaucratic formality and pop culture fandom that you wouldn't believe unless you saw it. Picture this. A room full of serious-looking German officials, all wearing Taylor Swift t-shirts over their suits. These were people who usually dealt with zoning laws and budget approvals, now passionately debating the merits of a pop star's influence on their town's identity. The mayor, a portly man in his 60s banging a gavel shaped like a microphone. His enthusiasm was palpable. and it was clear that this was more than just a publicity stunt, it was a genuine community effort. And instead of all in favor say aye, they voted by raising cardboard cutouts of Taylor Swift's face. The vote was unanimous. It was a moment of collective joy and excitement, a decision that brought the community closer together. The renaming ceremony was a spectacle to behold. It was not just a simple sign change, but a grand event that involved the entire town. There were performances, speeches, and even a live-streamed message from Taylor Swift herself. The Old Town sign was dramatically torn down, replaced by a glittery monstrosity that read, "Welcome to SWIFTKIRCHEN, home of the Swifties." The new sign was a symbol of the town's new identity and its embrace of pop culture. They even changed the town's coat of arms. This was not a decision taken lightly, as the coat of arms is a significant symbol of the town's heritage. The traditional eagle was replaced by a cat, a nod to Swift's love for felines. This change was met with mixed reactions, but it ultimately became a beloved symbol of the town's new identity. The transformation of the town was complete, and SWIFTKIRCHEN became a testament to the power of community and the influence of pop culture. Section 6. SWIFTKIRCHEN, a town transformed. With the new name came a complete overhaul of the town's identity. The transformation was swift, pun absolutely intended, and all-encompassing. The town's traditional half-timbered houses, once a symbol of medieval German architecture, were now painted in pastel colors. Even the town's infrastructure got a makeover. The street signs were replaced with ones shaped like guitar picks. The lampposts were adorned with fairy lights and cat ear decorations. The town square fountain, once a dignified Baroque masterpiece, now spouted water in time to the beat of "Shake It Off." But perhaps the most bizarre change was the introduction of the Swift Patrol. Section 7. Local legends and strange happenings. As if the town's transformation wasn't weird enough, SWIFTKIRCHEN soon became a hotbed of strange occurrences and local legends. The town, already buzzing with excitement from its newfound fame, began to experience events that defied explanation. From mysterious lights in the sky to unexplained sounds echoing through the streets at night, SWIFTKIRCHEN was quickly becoming a place of intrigue and wonder. One of the most persistent rumors was that of the Midnight Swift. This legend captivated the imagination of both locals and visitors alike. It was said that a shadowy figure resembling Taylor Swift would roam the streets under the cover of darkness, leaving behind a trail of glitter and whispers of her songs. According to locals, if you stood in the town square at exactly midnight and sang the chorus of Love Story, Taylor Swift herself would appear and grant you 3 wishes. This ritual became a nightly event, drawing crowds of hopeful fans who would gather, their voices harmonizing in the cool night air, all in the hopes of catching a glimpse of the pop star or having their deepest desires fulfilled. Then there was the case of the enchanted guitar. This tale began when a local music shop claimed to have acquired a guitar that once belonged to Taylor Swift. The shop owner, a fervent fan, swore that the instrument had magical properties. A local music shop claimed to have acquired a guitar that once belonged to Taylor Swift. They said that anyone who played it would immediately gain the ability to write catchy pop songs about their exes. Aspiring musicians from all over would come to strum its strings, hoping to channel the same songwriting prowess that made Taylor a global sensation. They said that anyone who played it would immediately gain the ability to write catchy pop songs about their exes. The shop became a pilgrimage site for budding artists, each one leaving with a story of newfound inspiration and creativity. But perhaps the strangest legend of all was that of the Swift Whisperer. This enigmatic figure was said to have a unique connection to Taylor Swift, able to communicate with her through her songs in a way that no one else could. This was supposedly a mysterious figure who could communicate with Taylor Swift through her songs. Fans believed that by listening to her music in a certain way, they could receive messages and guidance from the star herself. The Swift Whisperer became a symbol of hope and mystery, embodying the magical allure that SWIFTKIRCHEN had come to represent. Section 8. The economic impact of Swiftmania. Now you might be thinking, surely this whole Taylor Swift obsession must be bad for the town's economy, right? Wrong. In a twist that would make even the most hardened economists scratch their head, SWIFTKIRCHEN's economy boomed. Tourism skyrocketed. Swifties from around the world flocked to the town, eager to experience the Taylor Swift alien encounter for themselves. Local businesses quickly capitalized on the Swiftmania. The town's traditional cuckoo clockmakers now produced clocks that played "You Belong With Me" on the hour, every hour. But perhaps the most lucrative business in SWIFTKIRCHEN was the Swift experience. For a hefty fee, tourists could undergo a complete Taylor Swift makeover. Section 9, Critics and Controversies. Of course, not everyone was thrilled with SWIFTKIRCHEN's transformation. A small but vocal group of residents, dubbed the anti-Swifties, protested against the changes. They argued that the town was losing its identity and cultural heritage. They held signs that read, "Make Kirchheim unter Tech great again and Swift go home." The anti-Swifties faced fierce opposition from the pro-Swift majority. Debates in the town hall often devolved into dance-offs. There were also concerns raised about the environmental impact of all the glitter being used in the town. The Swift administration's response? To introduce eco-glitter made from biodegradable materials.